everybody, and am so pleased that you took the time out on a Wednesday afternoon, after Election Day especially, to show up. And I do want to preface this with saying thank you to Ellen and Andrew and Victoria, if you can raise your hand, because they were the ones that planted the seed for us to start this. They had a meeting, it was in May, that introduced this 98% concept. We went, and we were so excited about it, we thought, no, we're going to form a Move On organization here, and we're going to do something. We're going to change something. The issue with corporations, we all know what it is. I just wanted to say one thing about corporations. If they truly are people, I want to marry one and then divorce them and take all their money.
At least half anyway.
At least half anyway, exactly. I'm going to start this with a quote, and it's kind of a long one, but I want you to think about the quote and see how long ago this was thought of by some visionary. I hope we shall crush in its birth the aristocracy of our moneyed corporations, which dare already to challenge our government to a trial by strength and bid defiance to the laws of our country. Does anybody know who that was? Thomas Jefferson. I mean, what a visionary. Moneyed corporations. How many years ago was he bringing that up? Now, since we started this 98% pledge, which was initially introduced in May, and we started our council here in the Springs, July 9th? July 9th. So we're looking at basically 1 month. Since this has started nationwide, and you'll hear this again, 500,000 people like all of us have signed the pledge. 500,000 in a month.
Woo!
There's been 270,000 endorsers from small businesses, nonprofits, and influential community leaders, such as Loring's, Pikes Peak Justice and Peace, and ACLU, and Richard as our influential business person here in the community. Can we hear me or not? I'm not that tall, so I can't. Okay. All right. I can speak pretty loud, so if it's too loud on the mic, just let me know, okay? So 270,000 endorsers in 1 month. We in Colorado Springs have gathered 700 pledges, 5 confirmed endorsers, and 8 endorsers that are just presenting the information to their boards that we are anticipating they will jump on. My job today is to talk about what our results have been as of this point in time to persuade our local and state congressionals and candidates. So I'll tell you what we've done. We have been emailing, we have been calling the offices of everyone in Colorado Springs and in Colorado. The results to date have been 2 candidates did sign the pledge, and that was Andrew Romanoff, and I apologize for not knowing his name, a Green Party candidate that we met in Denver. And I've tried looking him up today and couldn't find exactly who it was. So pardon to that gentleman. Senator Bennett, Senator Udall, and Ken Buck are uncommitted. And I'll give you a guess who
should be committed.
Yeah, well, yes. Okay, and I'll give you a guess as who has completely refused to sign. You got it. You got it.
Maybe he'll get ousted and somebody else will get elected.
Wouldn't that be nice? Not holding my breath. Yeah, exactly. Just to let you know, one good place to look up information, there's a site called opensecrets.org. Has anybody heard of that?
Yes.
Okay. Anytime there's something going on in Congress and you're trying to figure out where your elected officials stand, go to opensecrets.org and it'll tell you exactly who's contributing to their campaign, whether it's pharma, whether it's BP, Wall Street, and you'll be able to track. I mean, I did this all last winter and it just blew me away that the vote tracked the money just right on the spot. And it was such an eye-opener to me because I had not done that before. So what's the next step from today? We know where our politicians here in Colorado stand. The next step is the rest of this 98% pledge. We have from now until their recess to really get to our elected officials, okay? So what we're going to do is a multi-approach. Faxing to them, emailing, calling their offices daily. The more people, the better. We're going to engage a lot of people to help us do this. They have to hear from us how angry we are about this and that we're tired of it, and we aren't going to take it anymore.
Amen.
Woo!
We're going to go to their public meetings, their town halls, whatever they're holding, and I got a list of Doug Lamborns already.
Yeah.
And we're going to bird dog them. Bird dog them. We're going to stand up in public and ask them why they won't support this pledge. We're going to stand there, ask them these questions. We're also setting up district meetings. There'll be 5 of us in a group that will go sit in their office, and it's going to take some time to set up the meetings, but we're going to meet with them. We're not going to have them refuse a meeting with us, okay? We're their constituents. We have to be able to talk to them. So if you're asking yourselves as you're sitting out there, you know, one person, well, you know, what can I do? I don't want to talk to a politician. It scares me. You know, I'm not a good letter writer, which is me. You know, I'm not. You, as a person, makes all the difference in the world. Look at Rosa Parks. She was one person. Look at Martin Luther King. One person. JFK. One person. And all those people led to action. Whether it be a letter that you can do, a phone call, you as that one person could be the voice that leads to change. And believe me, we're going to have a lot of people joining you, okay? To wrap this up, do I have much time? Okay. I tend to talk too long, so. Have you guys heard of the Monahan brothers at all?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Actually, Jim and Kara, Michelle, and I went to Denver to see them. The Monahan brothers are 69 and 67, and they heard about the Supreme Court decision, and it just completely appalled them. So the wives kept hearing about this, and they said, well, just do something. Just get up and go walk. So they did. They started in San Francisco in May. They're going to end up at the Lincoln Memorial in October. They're walking Highway 50 pretty much most of the way. And I got a chance to meet, this is really, it almost makes me want to cry, but I talked to Laird for quite a while afterwards. He gave a great speech, and you can find it online, actually. And he said, you know, here they are, 69 and 67. They walk 6 miles a day. They don't walk if it's over 95 degrees. And they camp out at night if there's no place that can put them up. And that made me really sad, because it's like, shouldn't we have more media coverage to find them places to stay? But he said, you know, it's okay. And he said, when we started out this walk, we didn't know if we would get any attention at all, if there would be no one that heard of us. And as they go along, more and more attention is being brought to their story. He said, by the time we arrive in Washington, D.C., we expect a lynching at that point in time. And he and I talked quite a bit about nonpartisan issue bases. This is nonpartisan. This affects every single American. And he made that very clear when we talked. He said they had a great rally in Grand Junction with the Tea Party group, and it was wonderful. So it doesn't matter what party you're from. It doesn't matter. None of that matters except for the fact that our democracy is being threatened. And he said if we can let go of the ideology and come together on this, what a powerful force this will be. And he did say something which ties in great with you, and that's the media. He said, whether it's far left or far right media that you're listening to, what they're trying to do, and it's corporation driven, is draw away attention and let us bicker amongst each other and not focus on the issues. So I thank you all, and as I said, this is an American issue. It's we the people, not the corporations.
Thanks, Pat. Woo!